Good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What's going on? What is going on?
Welcome. It is the Emissary of Hell week.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, Spider-Man 2 relaunched this week alongside Super Mario Wonder, and I think Sonic Superstars also came out like Tuesday this week. So like it was a crowded week of games. Period.
Yes, sir. And I know you were talking about it. You had it pre-ordered and preloaded
Yes,
for a long time. So, what it is with the Spider-Man?
Spider-Man. So I'm not that far deep into the game. Um, like still I'll say I'm still kind of like maybe 8 to 10 hours in. Um, it's good. It's like the gameplay itself is amazing. Like I actually love the wingsuit. I like the way that the swinging feels and all that stuff. I think they did a job of just bringing that back. Um, Again, like it's the same formula. Like if you play spread the first two Spider Mans, it kind of still has the same formula. You gotta find certain things like that. But also some of the storylines from the last games kind of continue in this one, so I kind of dig that as well. I'll say my biggest complaint is the face models. I think Peter, they could have did something with that face, cause like even age him a little bit, things like that. But he just looks like Miles' age in some scenes and some like parts of the storyline. His look doesn't match where he's at, and it's like, I wish they maybe even a 5 o'clock shadow or a stubble or something like that, just to make him look a little older than Miles. But other
So,
than that,
how's the gameplay? What's the new innovations to the gameplay?
so the wingsuit, that's like the first thing. Like you could fly through the city with the wingsuit. There is a trophy that I got randomly. I didn't even know I was actually doing something for a trophy, but it's to fly from the financial district all the way to Astoria, Queens. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
they'll have these air pockets and air things that you could keep gliding if you catch them, or you could just slingshot yourself. But for just to keep flying and stuff like that, you gotta find these little air patches. They have it throughout the whole city, and like between buildings and stuff like that, where the wind shaft will be strong, and you just keep gliding and you keep gliding all around. So you go glide all the way down there, and you get a trophy and stuff. So I did that accidentally. I just wanted to see how long I could glide at one point. But I think that's one of the big things in it that just makes the traveling fast. The fast travel too is instant. There's no wait at all for like that. The way they have it all animated, it goes right into sequence. It does not load at all, and that's actually pretty damn cool. I did have some hiccups. I had one that this kid was showing Miles something on his phone, and his phone was in the air while he was explaining, but the phone was in the air. They had little glitches like that. I had one that it just froze the controller and you couldn't jump. Like I couldn't move. I was able to move. Wasn't able to jump or anything, so I had to restart the game. But other than that, like those are the two little things I had with it. But so far, I'm really digging the game. I'm digging how they did Craven. I'm still in the beginning of stages of his story, so I'm looking forward where that goes. But I kind of got the first taste of Mysterio. The way the game starts off is like a straight out action packed movie of you and Miles going after Sandman and stuff like that, and that shit's awesome. Like it's balls to wall just action and stuff like that, and like it's a great opening scene, a great like start to feel the game out and everything like that. They did a really good job with that, and I don't want to go more into the spoilers because there's a lot of things going. Like if I say something, it goes right into the spoiler. I'll probably talk about it more when I finish it, and I'll give it like maybe a week or two before I spoil anything. But the game is amazing. I wish everyone could play it. I hope it gets a PC port soon, so you could touch it. But I'll say play the first ones two first and get that story going, because they did a really good job in continuing it. And now I'm actually even looking forward to their Wolverine even more because just how much love that was put into this game as well.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And what about? Did you get to mess with Mario?
Yeah. So Jackie, my my partner, my lady. She's also a big Spider-Man game fan, so basically she's playing it. She's I think a little further than I am because she was on it yesterday. Um, so while she plays, I'll just grab the Switch and play Mario Wonder. So that's my little game that I could just play on the side. It's fun. If you liked any of the 2D Mario's, it's something easy to pick up. The stages are not that hard, and what's hard is usually easy to adapt to. It's nothing like really extremely difficult like Wii U. The Mario Wii U was because that one had like a difficulty. So like the first two stages are simple as hell, and then once you get to that third stage, the difficulty of the stages go like way high, and the balance of difficulty is like really balanced in this one. I'm only at the second world, but I just been getting like all the coins or whatever, all the flowers and shit. Um, Same story. Bowser trying to fuck around. He's not trying to kidnap anyone though. He's just trying to get a power source from the Flower Kingdom, and he stole it and made him into a big ass ship. So Bowser is a living big ass ship, and he's again like his new normal bullshit and taking over things and but he didn't kidnap no one this time. So there you go.
Does he does he have like a face on the
Yeah,
whatever he
he's a
is?
big face on a damn boat, and he just like has like demons flying around him and shit. He
Does
looks
he
pretty
look
cool.
like does he look like the airships from the old Mario games?
Yes, just with his
Oh, he
big face
does.
on it.
That's funny.
It's
All
cool.
right.
So it's fun. They changed the animation style up too. This is also the first game that doesn't have the original voice actor for Mario on it. There's a new
Mhm.
voice actor and everything. You don't really notice the difference. Like honestly, I'm not listening to Mario's voice all the time. He gets annoying
It's not
after a
Chris
while.
Pratt, is it?
Yeah. Huh? No, it's not
It's not
Chris
Chris
Pratt.
Pratt,
No,
is it?
it sounds like the old guy. You can hear it in his voice, but I didn't even think he was that bad in the movie either. But
I don't say it was bad. I'm just saying maybe
yeah,
he chose a new path.
yeah, yeah. But it's a fun game. If you like Mario, it's something you should definitely check out. I do like the little perks system they have. You get these little power ups that you can use in each stage. So like one will be a parachute hat, or you can switch it to make you faster, or start you with 10 coins or things like that. They in that sense that if you get these, you could update your guy. So basically, the power I kept the parachute hat because that comes in the most useful. So that's the one I mainly use. But like for the water stages, they have a dolphin kick that you can use in the water and helps you swim faster and all that stuff.
No
So
frog suit. When they gonna bring that back?
no frog suit, no frog suit.
Bring back the frog suit.
Yeah, they
Damn it.
should. I feel like the feather, the raccoon tail, and the frog suit should always be in the games.
Yeah,
And the
I
hammerhead
thought that
suit.
was.
I like the hammerhead suit.
Yeah, that's true. That's
But
true.
they have an elephant.
Does it run through like bricks and stuff?
You could knock the bricks with your nose.
All right.
And then it
Okay.
shoots water if it's full, like the nose through the nose. And then he's
Okay.
heavy, and then he's harder to defeat and things like that. So they actually did something like that with him.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not bad.
No, it's good. It's a fun game. So Spider-Man right now, if I give it a 1 to 5, is a 4.9. I'm just enjoying the hell out of it, but again, the faces is just annoying. I think that's my only gripe with this game is the way the models look. But other than that, I think they did a good job in continuing the story and kind of continuing the story with the side characters and then everything too. Like they all like kind of reconnecting from the last game and stuff like that. So definitely play those. Mario Wonder, if you have a Switch, I'll give it a 4.25. It's fun. It's Mario. You can never go wrong with a Mario game. You're gonna at least have fun with it. Um,
Okay.
and then Sonic, I have not tried yet. I put it in my system. I haven't tried it yet. It's pretty much what Mario Wii U was with Mario. That is like 4 players and you all play the same stage. It's the same exact concept, but with Sonic the Hedgehog, which sounds like it will be annoying as fuck. Then to be honest, like I swear, I think I'm gonna be yelling at someone like, "Keep running, god damn it, keep slowing down." But I also heard that using Tails is very cheesy because you can just fly straight to the stage.
But can't I mean it's not a locked into multiplayer?
No.
Can you finish the game by yourself?
Yeah, you can switch up all the characters too. They all have little extra stuff too. They all have like the
Oh, okay.
costumes and
All
stuff.
right.
Like they give you a free download of the Lego Sonic, so you could
Mhm.
play as the
Mhm.
Lego Sonic. But yeah, there's other characters in it. There's a DLC for $15 that I'm not gonna buy, but I'll wait till it goes cheap. That has other characters and stuff too.
Is one of them Shadow the Hedgehog?
Shadow, I know he is coming, but I don't think he's in that first download, that first DLC. They did say he's
Because
coming though.
I saw the picture.
Yeah.
I saw the picture of Sonic 3,
Oh yeah, the movie's coming.
and I saw the picture of Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah, he's coming.
So,
I think the trailer's supposed to announce soon.
okay. All right. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on who's gonna be the voice?
Of who?
Shadow.
Shadow. I think they had a voice
I
for it.
mean, we got Idris Elba as Knuckles. That's the
Yeah.
most random thing
I
ever.
heard what
So,
Shadow the Hedgehog. Let's see if he
he
has.
could be anybody.
Yeah, he could be anybody.
Could be
I
The
heard.
Rock.
I remember the first time they announced they were trying to get Keanu Reeves to revoice him.
I mean, that's just like I said. That's random.
Yeah.
Random. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
they don't have a cast yet, so I can't tell you. I'll check.
It's
See
gonna be Larry Fishburne,
Larry Fishburne.
not Lawrence. Larry.
Yeah, they don't have a voice actor yet. Let's see. The Shadow Hedgehog has a voice.
Mhm. Mhm.
The Hedgehog movie voice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. They
Mm,
didn't say.
nah, they don't have a voice.
Mm-mm.
They just give me yeah, that was who they were wanting. Yeah, that was they wanted Keanu Reeves to talk him.
I mean, if his schedule is empty, I'm sure he'd do it.
Yeah, that actually be cool. And they wanted this dude they wanted like a serious actor. That's what they wanted, someone like really serious and shit. I don't know who would voice him. Who do you think would be a good voice for Shadow?
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart. Here narrated too.
Just to have you know how stupid it would be just to have that Shakespearean voice. Oh, that'd be so good.
Oh man. So Keanu would be kind of cool. They had Leslie, not Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen? Oh no,
Back from the grave.
no,
Uh,
that's the last recording before he passed. They had him record. Please just
um,
record a few lines for this character,
the dude
Shadow
from
the
Taken.
Hedgehog.
The dude from Taken.
Oh, Liam
Liam
Neeson.
Neeson. There you go. That would
That's
be
just as,
interesting too.
that's just as crazy as Patrick Stewart, man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So we'll see.
I mean, I'm not saying no. Why not? You know.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I look forward to seeing that. But the game, I'll get more
Oh.
time. I'll give you some news later on when I actually play it.
Uh, because I'm interested in it, got one more game thing to really talk about.
Okay.
There's a review on game that cell shaded Hellboy game that came out
Oh, cool.
that it actually released. I didn't know it came out yet.
Yeah, the original artist did it. The design of the game.
And so I'll probably check it out. This time, the story might not be the tippity top, but
Yeah.
a lot of it goes with the art style, and it's actually that's what helps get it along. Which I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
if the fighting and stuff is not bad, then I could probably get into it. Cause
Yeah.
you know, if it plays really good, which they're saying it has like some pretty different ways about itself. Cause it's not just a straight like today's action game. It's
Yeah.
trying to be something else because it's obviously combining action with comic book story, right?
Yeah.
So, because it's more comic book story than it is like trying to be something more of a like it's not a Spider-Man game. It's
Yeah.
more of like a comic book ass comic book
Cool.
thing because of the way it looks. It looks like a comic book. Is what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say.
Cool.
So I'll probably check that out. They gave it a 7, so I
Yeah.
don't know if you trust GameSpot reviews. They're pretty all right.
Yeah.
They're pretty all right. But that is something I want to look forward to.
Yeah.
And then I know, well, we got 2 weeks till the man
Yeah.
with no name. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I think we said it was like in the middle of the week
The
or,
ninth.
or Thursday or something.
The ninth.
Oh, the ninth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's literally 2 weeks away.
I'm excited. Hopefully Spider-Man is done by then, and I go straight into that. But if we're planning to play it with English dub, is not going to be available until the first patch they do later on.
I mean, is there a reason to play with English dub? Like,
I think they
is
did
it
it.
because of the guy, or is it because of the way they did Judgment
It's
that they
because
did
of the
that?
it's because of the way they did like a Dragon 7. That's why. Seeing that
What
his
that game
story,
has?
because Gaden's story is supposed to go lead into Infinity Money.
No, I mean the fact that it has English. Like, wasn't that started? Wasn't the first game that started the English dub for the Yakuza series
It was
the first
Judgment.
Judgment?
Yeah, Judgment. Yeah. Well,
Because the ones before that,
The original Yakuza had
well, you know what
English
I
stuff.
mean. They kind of stopped for a good while.
Yeah,
Is what
but
I'm trying to say.
yeah, it was Judgment and Judgment 2, and then it was also like a Dragon.
Like a dragon.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then so I think that's the reason why they did the English dub is like the option of English dub eventually, just because like a Dragon. I think just to continue that story because that game is supposed to lead into that the new one. But you're gonna get it later. It'll probably come out like the first wave of patches they do. Which is fine. I was not like worrying about that because again I'm used to Kiro in Japanese anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. I played the last game and it was in Japanese as well, so it doesn't really bother me whatsoever. So I'm still gonna be playing it. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the default setting anyway.
Yeah, if it's available in English, because then I don't have to read, I will definitely put it on. But it's not a deal breaker or anything. I'm still gonna play the game and try to guess
I mean,
words.
I'm interested because the guy that does the voice, I'm familiar with his YouTube
Yeah,
content rather.
yeah,
So I would be interested to see what job he does. That's what I want to know.
yeah,
Cause he's like to understand that guy was like he's like a reviewer and kind of like a of a video games like Watchdog. Cause he
yeah,
would report things that what people were doing that were kind of shady and
yeah,
messed up practices and stuff. So that's why I know who he is.
yeah,
But that is not regular voiceover content. But you have to remember, it is him sitting there talking
yeah,
into a microphone for a while, so
yeah.
it makes sense.
Yep. So I'm excited for that game as well. It's been busy like this year. There's if anyone says like oh there's nothing to play, there's a lot of games out this year.
Yeah, and then there's stuff that's not AAA.
Yeah, a lot.
So I don't think anybody's really wanting for stuff to play. It's either you just hating
Yeah.
is what it is. You just sitting
I'm
around
just
hating.
trying to fucking find the time to play. That's my goal right now is just finding time to play. Starfield took a lot of time. I've probably been on. I clocked maybe over. I clocked definitely over 200 hours on that game.
Did you finish it though?
Yeah, I finished it. I'm still
Okay.
I'm playing the new game plus right now, and
Okay.
so I'm going through my second playthrough. I saved the pirates instead of the SNC or whatever the fuck they are, the Green Lanterns. Um, I call them the Green Lanterns just because they're space police. Um,
Oh, okay.
Not especially. They don't have glowing rings or anything like that. It's just that they're space police, and that's the only reason why I call them that. How I described it to people is Luigi Green Lantern. But it's a good game. But again, it has that Skyrim feel, a Skyrim vibe to it. It's to each his own. If you don't like those kind of games, you're not gonna like this game. If you like those kind of games, you're gonna love this game. Um, and if you could get into the spaceship building, that shit's actually pretty cool. If you could learn how to do it, But it's complicated, and it might be better on a PC to build a ship than it is on a controller.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, Starfield I finished. I played a little of the Forza Motorsport because it's on Game Pass. But there's a ton of games that came out this year that were fantastic. The Final Fantasy 16. We're ending the year with Final Fantasy 17, 7, the Rebirth, or whatever it's called.
No, it's
Does
not, they. I think they pushed
they
that
pushed it
back.
back?
It's
Oh,
not
okay.
coming out. Yeah, it's not coming out this year.
All right, so you still have that
That's
coming.
gonna be, I think, first quarter.
Okay, so like February, maybe January.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, but yeah, you have. There's a lot of games out. There's a lot. So
Yeah. And the stuff that I didn't play, like I haven't touched Assassin's Creed. There's, I'm skeptical, but it did show some type of promise to me. I don't know.
yeah, they
I'm
simplified
interested,
it.
but not. I'm interested, but not interested enough to get a day one. So we'll see you later on down the
Black
line.
Friday. Just wait. Any
I mean,
Ubisoft EA game, always wait for Black Friday. If you could wait
yeah,
to Black
that's true.
Friday, they usually drop at least half the price.
Like Cyberpunk with the expansion has me interested in it just because I've seen some of the crazy things that
Yeah,
they've power wise that they put in
yeah,
and how powerful and weird some of the stuff. Like I saw just today that they have parkour in the game
yeah,
and how fast you can get from one side of the map to the other. It's like, oh,
yeah,
wait, this is not the original Cyberpunk. That's crazy.
yeah.
So like that
Yeah,
that had me looking at that. Then there's MK, obviously. I
yeah.
haven't touched Mortal Kombat.
It's good.
I have been watching a lot of the tournaments. There is a big tournament, one of they call them nationals,
Yeah,
and it's called ECT, East Coast Throwdown. It was actually in a different location. It was in Brooklyn this year.
yeah.
So I mean, if I didn't have stuff to do, I probably would have wanted to go, but
Nice.
I wouldn't have played. I would just watch because I haven't played anything that's recent.
Yeah,
Um, Liza P's another game,
I'm
right?
hearing
That
great
came
things
out,
about
and
that. Yeah, it's on
but
Game
I
Pass.
didn't play it because it's super hard. I don't really need too many of those. Remnant 2 came out this year, and that is a very difficult game. I can't do too many
They
of
have the
those.
other one too, Lord of the Gods or something like
Oh,
that.
Lord of
That's
Shadow.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
heard that was pretty
it's
solid.
a little funky, but
Yeah,
it looks like it's good.
yeah,
It's it's better than I thought it was going to be.
yeah,
And the fact that it's a little janky is like, oh, I kind of that's my type of stuff. It looks a little bit bootleg. Like it,
yeah,
it looks like because I there is a dislike from the fan base of From Software people for Dark Souls 2,
yeah,
kind of because people felt that they were sold a false bill of goods, but
yeah.
there's a whole story behind it. It wasn't the exact people that made the first one, is what I'll say.
Okay.
And Lords of Shadow, the rebranding, the remake, because it's not a sequel. This is them doing it over, and it looks like they took a page out of Dark Souls 2 instead of taking like regular Dark Souls and Sekiro and all that stuff.
Yeah,
And that game is kind of, like I said, it's a little dirty. It's a little scuffed up,
yeah.
but it's scuffed up in a way that I kind of like. So I might check it out when it gets a price drop.
Cool.
And then again, the Armored Core came out, and that game is awesome.
Yeah, I want to
So
try
like,
that one
there's a,
too. So
there's a
I'll
lot
wait
of
for that
stuff.
to sale.
That to me personally, if I had to say something, it's between that game and Resident Evil 4, which also came out this year and got a
Yes.
DLC that I didn't play. I stopped
I have not played four yet either, so that's another game I
that.
gotta try to play by the
That
end of the
that's a
year.
real good game. I think between that and Armored Core, I would give maybe Resident Evil 4 maybe my game of the year,
Okay.
and then I would say Armored Core is probably the best looking game of the
Yeah.
year for me that I played.
Yeah. That's hard.
That's that's a good looking game. That's all I gotta say.
Nice.
Cause it's really easy to see the art style because it's not people.
Yeah.
And so the mech designs and all the colors they have in that game, like that's a colorful ass game too. That's one thing that's not really talked about. It's not just a gray, brown like shooter.
Yeah.
like it's got lots of reds and like blues and orange. Like it's really colorful. So purples and like sky blues in it because of the energy of it. Like that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of good. That's what I'm trying to say.
There's a lot of games.
But it's also difficult.
Yeah.
So again, can't have too many of those in one year.
Yeah.
Not for me. I can't just do that.
That game Hi-Fi Rush came out this year too. That was a really good one. That was a
Oh
surprise
yeah,
release this
yeah.
year.
I almost forgot that came out this year.
Yeah, it
For
was
some
this
reason, I
year.
thought it was last year.
Nah,
I
it
still
was
have to
early.
play
It was
that.
really early last
Yeah,
year.
it was very, very
This year,
early.
but it was really
Mhm.
good. Yeah, there's a
Mhm.
lot of like. Then he has still Link, with Twilight,
Oh God, I
Zelda.
still haven't beat that game.
Yeah.
I still haven't beaten
You
it.
still have Zelda that came out. That's going to be a juggernaut. I have not played it yet, but yeah, it's a crazy year for games. Like, cause now, if you actually think about it too, cause of
And then
COVID.
there's,
Yeah.
I want to say, and then there's still some remakes coming out.
Yeah.
There's a Star Ocean remake that they're doing. There's like one other old school game that's getting like an update.
Yeah. It's just a ton.
So there's a bunch of that. Yeah, yeah. And then didn't one of the Yakuza games come out this year?
Yeah, Ishin.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
No, I like that game.
Good God, too many, too
Yeah.
many.
So got a lot of games. I finished that. I did beat that game.
And
That
that's
game was
not
great.
even like the indie stuff, cause like Bomb Rush came out, and that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I recommend anybody play that.
Yeah, there's a lot of. My girl played the Oxenfree 2 and she loved it.
Which one is that?
Uh,
Oxenfree?
Oxenfree 2. I got that for her. She really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I played the first one. The first one was interesting. It was straight independent game kind of style. It was a nice little game. And then also like the Shredder Revenge fucking DLC came out this year, and that's
That's
pretty
true.
cool too.
You're right.
Um, and
And neither one of us even had the time to play Baldur's Gate 3. And like,
yeah,
there's too much. There's too many people saying too many good and interesting things about it for
yeah,
me to like ignore it,
yeah,
even though it's not my style of game. It's like I might, after a sale or something, check that out because it's just
yeah,
like it's not. You're not gonna be wasting your time because it's just so much to do.
yeah. I'm like every single person that I know in my job is either that or Starfield, and those one of the two games they're playing. It's
Hmm.
Starfield or Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Um, right now Spider-Man's taking over. I think
Hmm.
that's gonna be my thing right now. But yeah, Starfield I spend like again over 200 hours on. Baldur's Gate looks like it's something I could get into, but I have to get into the gameplay, and I think that's what turned me off. I did try
I
it.
would recommend
Yeah.
play it co-op
Yeah. Okay.
with either a family member or your lady friend because it has full co-op.
Okay.
Like you two can and because of the depth of the character creator and then the way it's a straight up D&D RPG,
Yeah.
I think you'll find the fun is like the two of you making your characters from scratch and then the banana stuff you can do.
Yeah. Like bang a
So
bear.
or put like 50 barrels in a room and then blow them all up.
That's probably something I'll do too. But yeah, that's something. That's a game that I wanted. Like that would be something I want to play and stuff like that. But again, like I'm very off the gameplay, and that's one thing that kind of throws me off on it. But again, if we could
I
right,
almost
it's right price.
I, I'm just looking at the list of stuff. I forgot Dead Space. The Dead Space remake came out
Yeah,
this year.
and the Callisto Protocol came out also, and that one did okay. Like
That
it's
was a
pretty
little
good though.
funky. It was a little funky, but it looked promising.
It's pretty good. It's on the PlayStation Plus. Like it's the free game this month.
But like, I have to give Dead Space remake its due because they kind of did the right thing and they remade the like they basically brought the old game to the future,
Yeah.
like updated it. They didn't change too much.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that on the sale too. That was another one that I wanted to play
Mm-hmm.
because I remember
Mm-hmm.
I liked the first one.
Yep.
Diablo 4, I gotta still get back on it.
Oh
Still
yeah.
haven't.
Jesus, I forgot I was even
Yeah,
playing that game.
and then yeah,
And
Street Fighter.
I'm actually actively playing it because they did the second part of the no, no, not the second part.
Yeah,
So they didn't make a big deal out of it before, and I know you probably heard that season one had come out
Yeah.
for Diablo, but that was because they were talking about it a lot, and then players weren't happy with it. I thought it was
Okay.
the stuff they added to it was kind of but the season two started last week,
Okay.
and it's actually fun.
Cool.
Like they changed a lot of like how the bars move up and down, meaning you level up really fast and just fly through what they put there. And I think that's how the game should be. It
Yeah.
shouldn't really be too much of a grind because I think the strength of Diablo is the fact that you could just change the build so easily,
Yeah.
and then like I think it's I have been playing Borderlands 3 as the game that is like not modern, but I just want to play because it's fun.
Yeah.
And I realized that that game found a way to do like loot and builds. I think like that's like the best one out of all
Yeah.
because it's so much loot
Yeah.
and there's no consequence to changing constantly.
Yeah.
So it is you never really get bored because you can constantly change. Ah, man, I've been doing this for a few hours. Let me just do this, and then it works, and it's like, oh damn.
Yeah.
And then you find something that works with it because there's mad loot. So yeah, I think I like it more now than I did the last season.
Cool.
So it's a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah. And I'm looking at the list, and you still have like a Adam Wake comes out this week. The new Call of Duty. You still have like a Dragon. Gaiden. There's so much shit this year. I'm like looking at the list. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like Hi-Fi Rush was this year. Sea of Stars I heard was amazing. I haven't played, but I heard that was great. Um, Mortal Kombat 1 was solid. I hear nothing but good things about Life of Liza P and the Wong Long Fallen Dynasty. I heard that was a good game. This crazy shit. And Horizon came out this year.
Yeah, but I kind of fell off
Yeah,
Horizon, but
I like the Horizon.
it's still a big deal. It's still a big deal.
I didn't do the DLC though. I have it. I haven't touched the DLC. And I hate that when they add a DLC because it fucks up your trophies because you have the platinum, but they add three other ones through it, and you're like, God damn it, I don't like that percentage.
Oh really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So
I see GameSpot has a list for what got added to Game Pass. I see Ishin is on there.
yeah,
Dead Space is on there. Oh, it's
yeah.
gonna be on there.
Let's
In
go. That's sweet.
26.
All right, so there you go. I can play it
Yeah,
now.
I see. So
And Assassin's Creed Mirage, I kind of want to play it, but I don't want to pay full price, so I'll catch it when it's cheap.
didn't didn't Arkham come out this year? Or
For
was
the
that last
Switch.
year? So Arkham came out for Switch.
You talking about the Arkham Asylum or Arkham?
No, no, you know Arkham the the Arkham game without Batman.
Oh, Gotham Knights. They come
Was
out
that
this
this year or
year.
last year? That was last year?
Late last year.
Late last year. All right, all right.
That one's
Again,
actually going under Game Pass as well.
that is something I would like to still after like
They fixed
because
the game a
it's
lot.
dirt cheap. It's
Yeah,
dirt cheap
they
right
fixed the
now.
game
So
a lot. I'll say that much.
okay, okay.
Cause I tried the DLC stuff they had, and they fixed a lot of the problems they had. It still has its issues. It's still like a repetitive game, but it's more fun. It's a bit more fun to play.
Okay, gotcha. All right, all right.
And then you got fucking Street Fighter 6, another one that
Yeah,
came
I
out
know.
this year.
And
I've
oh,
been
that's the
slacking
other
on that
thing.
one too.
Yeah, you should finish. You should finish the world tour.
I
You should
finished the
finish
World
the
Tour.
tour. Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
I finished that.
Oh,
I
so you ain't
haven't
got nothing else
touched
to
it.
do.
I haven't touched it to like when the new characters came in though.
I mean, do they come with a season pass though?
The World Tour they get added to the map, so basically you could go visit them and add their move set to your move set.
You don't have to pay for that.
No, if you have the if you I have the deluxe, so I have the characters already, so you don't have to pay
Oh,
for
okay,
that.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
So you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, yeah. You
eventually
should try
they get back
them
to it.
out.
Yeah,
I like Aki as a new character. I
AK.
think she's
Yeah,
super unique. And then like effective. It's
Nice.
just gonna take people time to be better with her, but like
Yeah.
she's really good. Also like again, I the thing I find funny is because I watch the competitive tournaments for Street Fighter and stuff,
Yeah.
how people downplay a character because this character didn't win this and that when it immediately came out, like they weren't broken
Yeah.
good, and then it's interesting to watch the discourse around it. And then just I love laughing and watching people be wrong because people were like Rashid is garbage, and then Rashid comes out and wins like one of the biggest tournaments today.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, people, I love seeing that. Like just let time pass and let the people who know what they're doing play with the characters. You jabronis, shut up,
Yep.
please.
Yep.
Faceless jabronis.
Yeah.
Um, but the other thing I was going to say was the Tekken beta is this weekend.
Oh, nice.
So for Tekken 8, if you would like to still play it, it is gonna, I believe, in tomorrow, like overnight. So maybe like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, or something like that
Okay.
on Monday. But if you would like to play it, I would recommend you play it. I've heard the net code is booty though.
Okay.
If you're not playing somebody close to you, like your region, and if they're on Wi-Fi, I heard it is abysmal. It is like not even worth playing the match and just stand. Somebody said that playing against people on Wi-Fi is so bad that they just, whenever they accidentally do it, they just hold forward
Yeah.
and just get beat up because it's not worth even trying to play.
Damn.
So there's some stuff they have to work out with that netcode.
Good. Well, at least that's why you put out betas to fix that
That's
netcode.
true. That is true.
So at least they did that because
But this one does have a lot more of the characters. I think it's like 18 characters
oh sweet.
in there
All right.
or 20.
Cool.
So it's a good variation of people to play, so you can get a feel for the
Do you
characters.
have to be like pre-order it in order to get it, or you could
This
just
one I
download?
don't think so.
No. Okay.
This one I don't think so, and it is on everything. So I think it's PS5, Xbox X, and PC,
Okay.
and it has crossplay. But I also hear crossplay is
The fee.
iffy. If here's the situation, and I don't think people thought about this one, is that there's a specific situation if you are playing on PS5 slash Xbox and you play someone on PC whose PC cannot handle the game.
Yeah.
Apparently, there was a flashing red icon next to your PC icon, and you cause tremendous lag for both players.
Yeah.
So, again, there's some stuff that needs to be ironed out. So, thankfully, they are testing it. So, that's good.
Nice. All right. I was looking to see how to download it. Closed beta test. Closed beta test schedule.
Oh,
Uh.
yeah, you had to get a thing to get in. It's
Yeah.
not just, it
You
was
had to,
invite or email.
yeah. You got an email
You had to
and
get an email.
you had to
That's
fill
right.
out
That's right.
shit,
That's
but
right.
it's closed. It closed at October 18th.
Yeah, there were people giving out codes. That's how non-email people got it.
There you go. I hope they fix that because it'd be a damn shame if that game doesn't do well because of the netcode.
I mean, it'll sell.
Yeah, it's
It'll
gonna
sell
sell.
because again, it's the core gameplay is not bad.
Okay.
Like it's nice and polished. They've been rebalanced from the last one. People are not crying that certain characters are doing way too much damage. But now the net code is booty butt cheeks.
Yeah,
So that's not good.
that's not good. Booty netcode's not good. All right. You wanna get into this movie?
What the hell is a Samo Flame? I mean a Superman. No, he is not a Superman. He is a Man of Steel.
Yes.
And so that is what we have this week.
Yes.
Um, let's see. It is from 2013, PG-13, and 2 hours and 23 minutes.
Yes. felt it. I felt all those minutes.
I mean, I was watching it in the background, so it wasn't killing me. But it was a long movie.
Yeah.
I mean, but then again, it had to be because it was the beginning.
Yeah, I had to tell a story.
Do I think it was better than the original Superman? In retrospect, no.
Me either.
After we went back and watched the original one, I think that first movie is trippy,
Yeah.
and it is something else.
He saved. He he risked the world for booty.
It was a psychedelic. No, no. Well, yeah, I guess so. But like the beginning of this first Superman movie, that is like a
Yeah.
psychedelic movie. All those colors and stuff,
Yeah.
and the crystals and stuff. Like Jesus, what were
That
they? What were they thinking when they made this?
that was my one of my issues with this movie. Like it was so dark and gritty. Like it didn't feel Superman. I always feel Superman should be like bold and colorful and stuff like that. Like he's that Boy Scout. That's what I look for in Superman. But this one was just gritty, quiet. It's not a bad movie per se. Like it's a good movie. It actually has a good story and whatnot. But it's not what I see Superman to be.
I can see that. I can see that. It was more gritty, real than like fantasy Superman.
Yeah.
It was like this is the Superman for the early 2000s. This needed a soundtrack that featured Power Man 2000, 5000, excuse me. And the song I stand alone. Like I can see, like I
You
could
need a
legitimately.
Godsmack fucking
There you
soundtrack.
go. There you go. This movie was a Godsmack movie. Just saying.
Yeah. So, all right. So a little
Hold on, I just
story.
want to get the, the
Okay.
the date it came out. It says June 14th, 2013.
Yep.
So there you go. Go ahead.
My only like this is something about this movie that if you didn't know, I'll give you a little education. So this is produced by Chris Nolan. Originally, he was supposed to direct this, but then he stopped and didn't. He left the movie. Zack Snyder took over, and then he wound up going on as a producer. This movie was supposed to connect to Dark Knight and those movies. So that's the reason why the realism and the more darker and toned and the movie felt that way because it was supposed to connect to that world. So it makes sense that the world that is supposed to connect and that's why it's dark. But again, like I like the actor as Superman. I thought Henry Cavill was a great Superman. I just think he's not Clark the way I know Clark to be, and again I always see that Superman to be that kind of doofy as Clark Kent, and then that's the heroic as Superman. But I just didn't feel like a character. Like I didn't feel like Superman had character.
See, if they would have let Henry Cavill be the real Henry Cavill, who was a huge Warcraft nerd, then and a Witcher nerd, then maybe you would have got some of that in Clark.
And The Witcher.
That's what I said.
And yes, he is The Witcher
Yes,
as
this is
well.
true. But I mean, the character doesn't mean like his portrayal of the Witcher is not a nerd.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
very stoic.
yes,
But I mean, if you would let him be himself, there's a little bit of that nerdy is nerd of his his love for his stuff. When you find that out, it's like, yeah, he did kind of just play a drifter,
yeah. Like
and then he was kind of just s- almost just the same as Clark, just kind of stoic and quiet.
yeah, like you can like this is the thing and I think I said the same. 100% think I said the same exact thing when we first watched it when we were doing the DCU movies. Was you can tell that he's clearly Superman. There's no like alternate thing that he does or hangs his shoulders or wears like you can like he doesn't do anything to kind of like change the look of Superman and Clark Kent as in again Christopher Reeves we're gonna go into that like he was more clumsier. He ran into walls. He ran into doors. He slouched. He didn't have good posture and shit like that, just to hide his identity. And that's something that I always did not like about this movie. Again, I felt Clark and Superman were very bland. Like I didn't think they had character.
hmm And so we have to go through the list of who made the movie. We have Zack Snyder. Obviously, we've done a ton of stuff, so we don't really have to look through his list. Uh, David S. Goyer, same thing.
Yeah.
I did not realize this guy's everywhere.
Yeah, he writes a lot of book shit.
Like, I mean, like, kind of the most notable, non-Marvel stuff of all time, and then including some of the most my personal favorite Marvel stuff. Would
Yeah,
you believe?
I think he right now I think he wrote the most movies on our list.
Yeah, and they're good too.
Yeah.
Um, Also Christopher Nolan, and then they credit Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster.
Yep.
So there you go. So we have Henry Cavill as Clark Kent slash Kal-El, Amy Adams as Lois Lane, Michael Shannon as General Zod. We have Diane Lane as Martha Kent,
Martha.
Russell Crowe fighting around the world as Jara. We have Aunt J. What is it? Tra?
Trawu.
Yeah, I guess it's Trow. As hold on, Faura. Ooh, Ul, because it's a L.
Yeah.
Faura Ul. Um, Harry Lennox as General Sandwick. Richard Schiff as Dr. Emil Hamilton. All right, some of these people got up here. You don't belong here. Christopher Maloney as Colonel Nathan Hardy. I have to say, how many different military guys has he played across different series?
He was also
Wasn't he in
SVU.
Transformers? I thought he was. No, he was not.
He was
It's a
at
different guy.
SVU. Law and Order.
No. But I'm saying he has a habit of being a random military guy in
He
movies.
picks like really weird roles, so you might have him confused with someone else.
Okay.
Cause
Okay.
you remember Harold Kumar go to White Castle.
Mhm.
Remember the
Mhm.
crazy dude with the really fucked up face that was like they hitched a ride with.
Oh yeah,
That's
that
him.
is him. Yeah, that is him.
Yeah, he always has these weird characters. He had this show called Happy. That's a pretty
Mhm.
fucked up show. It's on Sci-Fi. He always picks like weird roles and shit like that. But he
He's an
always
actor.
has
He
that
shows
stoic
his
look.
range.
And that was the one that Goldberg beat up on PCP in Law and
We might have to watch that for the show.
Order.
We might have to track that episode down for the wrestling babble.
I think I know the season too.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
look
sure
for
you could
it.
just YouTube
I,
Goldberg
yeah,
as whatever,
it's
Law and
only the
Order.
beginning. It's the beginning of the show. Like it's
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
first
No, I
scene,
figure. I figure.
and he
I
puts
figure.
him through the double way mirror and shit because
Okay.
he was high on
Okay.
PCP.
That's
Biggie
pretty good.
and Xavier they talk about that episode because he was trying to get his vote, and he told him about Law and Order and that Goldberg was in it, and or Big B automatically voted for the one with
Okay.
Goldberg.
Goldberg.
Yeah,
Kevin Costner as Jonathan Kent.
yeah.
Alet Zur as Laura Lorvan.
I think that's his mama.
Lawrence Fishburne. Lawrence, not Larry, as Perry White. Then we have Dylan Sprayberry, interesting name, as Clark Kent at 13. Then we have Cooper Timberline as Clark at 9.
Yeah.
For everybody else, do we have anybody? I mean, there are the council and stuff, and then I guess the remaining member of Zod's Army.
Yeah.
No, but we already said the other guy in Zod's trio. But here was an interesting thing I noticed in the movie. Weren't there like 10 to 12 pods that went into the negative zone?
Yeah.
What happened to them? They didn't say they died.
They went. They did. They just stood back.
They
I guess.
they just couldn't figure the lockout.
Yeah.
Damn.
They're like, nah. We ain't going. I could go. We stay here.
Maybe just went to sleep. That's all.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need a good nap without people fucking waking you up.
I guess we could say Lana Lang.
Yeah. There you
She's
go.
here.
Lana Lang.
Jaden Gold played Lana Lang.
There you go.
Who played what's his name? Jimmy. Who's Jimmy?
Jimmy Olsen. I thought it would be one of the first ones.
I thought so too, but I didn't say Jimmy Olsen.
Who was Jimmy?
Got Perry White.
Who
No,
was Jimmy Olsen?
he was in the movie.
Yeah.
I just don't remember who played him. It's not in the
Nah, I don't
top of
remember.
my head. The hell?
I'm trying to look for
I
him.
don't know. I don't see him. I guess maybe he was just a cameo only
Yeah.
then.
Let's
Oh
see.
well, it's all good.
All right. Yeah.
Um, let's see. So what does this movie have to say for itself? It says an alien child is evacuated from his dying world and sent to Earth to live among humans. His peace is threatened when other survivors of his home planet invade Earth. So there you go.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. You know what? That synopsis does not tell you that it's Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I read that, I would not know that that was Superman. Anyway. Um, but I mean, we kind of because we went through this one, I kind of just went through with like a look. Let's look at certain things that I didn't notice before. So that 10 to 12 pod thing was one of the things I noticed. I noticed that the aesthetic of the Kryptonians. Again, we said they did not choose that look. They went for a dark and grittier look.
Yeah.
A lot of that technology looked like the Forerunners. And if
Yeah.
you know what that I mean, that's the people from Alien.
Yeah.
So it had kind of a what's the name of the artist? Do you remember? They always attribute that style,
Isn't that Lovecraft?
that organic looking machinery. He has a name, Cronenberg, right?
Yeah. I think so.
I think it's Cronenberg. This the style of art, like it. There, a lot of the architecture, specifically on, on what do you call it, Clark's? Do you still call it Fortress of Solitude?
Yeah.
I guess,
It
but
it was a
a lot of
fortress. Yeah.
yeah, it was, but like a lot of that stuff, the mechanics and the way it looked, it really looked like alien technology, like the
Yeah.
aliens from that universe,
Yeah.
and I didn't like it. It's kind of creepy and scary.
Well, they're aliens.
Um, yeah, but they're humans. Like, what are you doing?
They're not human. They're alien.
They're
They just
Kryptonians.
they
They
just
look like human
yeah,
beings.
they look like human, but they're aliens.
And I mean, they don't have powers until the sun is on them, and they had
Yeah.
a red sun. So
It's like gremlins from another space.
I guess so. I mean, they don't turn into them ugly
At
things
least they
though.
don't eat. No, don't feed him after 12.
Don't feed them after sundown, sun up, or whatever.
Yeah.
Sun comes up, you better hide. Whoop your ass like Birdman.
Yeah.
Um, so that was one thing I really noticed was that kind of threw me off. I didn't like it. I like the crystals. I like that look for the Kryptonians. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then also the world with the wildlife was integrated with their life. With their technology, which I always find interesting to see with with alien races, so to speak, is that there's always some type of combination
Yeah.
of the life forms on the planet with the technology and them, whoever's the dominant species walking around, kind of like what's it called, like Avatar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's the animal life, there's the technology, and then there's the blue people because they're the dominant species.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then the humans show up and mess everything up. But anyway, that's kind of what it reminded me of also.
Yeah.
Um, Again, how do you not listen to your top scientists the way they did? Kind of bugged me. Kind of bugged me. He's also do they say um and there's a line and I kind of think the movie glosses over this fact. The codex they have is super important, right?
Yeah.
They established that fact. But when he says I will secure the future of our species Um, I have prepared the codex, but he says I have felt like the glory of it in my hands,
Yeah.
and he's referring to Clark
Yeah.
or Kal-El. Or was he saying that that's how he birthed his son? Like that's kind of the implication I got, that it wasn't like traditional union of him and his wife.
Yeah.
It almost seemed like Clark came from the codex.
I have. You know what? I could see why that sounds like that too.
Hmm.
Maybe it was. Maybe they used the Demolition Man helmet, and that's how they did things.
Like she was the surrogate mother for Clark, and
Yeah.
like, he wasn't really the father. It was more like he was the scientist that inseminated her or
Yeah.
whatever. That's how it felt.
Yeah.
Like maybe Jor-El couldn't have kids. I don't know.
He used that again Demolition Man helmet, and it conceived the kid.
I mean, the technology's there. Why not use it?
There you go.
I found this helmet.
Yeah.
Um, that was just one thing. Again, like I said, I was paying attention to certain things they were saying and doing more than others this time. That
Yeah.
stuck out to me. Um, I don't know. Was there anything else that
The
really
ending.
hit you?
What do you think about Superman the killing of Zod at the end?
I Again, it was the world that they built.
Yeah.
I think it was a little lazy, and I think it was more for shock
Yeah.
and to separate that Superman
Mhm.
off the bat.
Okay.
I think that's what they were intending to do. To like separate, just make him like this is not your father
Yeah.
Superman, your classic Superman. This is not the Superman of old. But I mean, look at the world they built.
Yeah.
It's all dark and gritty. The Kryptonians don't use crystals. It was gonna be in the same world as the Dark Knight. It would have made sense.
Yeah. It makes sense.
So that to that end, I'm not saying it was the right decision, but they did the work.
Yeah.
And again, it's yeah, you could say he could do this, he could do that, but it's like in the snap moment, his in his head, saving people was the ultimate goal of him having those powers and being Superman.
Yeah.
So it would I could see how it would be the ultimate failure to let those people die.
Yeah. I got you.
Like every life is just as important. That's kind of almost like putting in line with, you go, okay, why is Lois so important? Well, he loves her. But yeah, that's favoritism. I It's kind of like saying Superman is willing to go the distance for everybody.
Yeah.
And if you threaten people's lives, he'll kill you.
Except for in Superman one, he
So,
was. Except for in Superman one, fuck everybody. He want to save Lois.
yeah, yeah. See, you think about it, they both have their really selfish moments.
Yes, they do. I agree with the neck snapping. Like I understand. Like yo, this guy ain't gonna stop. He's gonna keep going and going. Like he's just starting with this army and shit. If you let him go, he's gonna just. He's coming at coming back after you. So the only way to stop him is to permanently stop him, and I agree with that. Especially for the again, like you said, like this was supposed to connect to the Dark Knight world. This was supposed to connect to that more dark and gritty kind of style, and showing kind of a realistic approach to like, hey, you want to save all these people, or give your race a second chance, and he chose living on Earth and with his people and Lois over his people. He's like, fuck you.
Well, because it was a disingenuous offer. There were not going to be anything but soldiers in his army anyway.
Yeah,
You can't take his word for that.
yeah.
Like,
The people are gonna be his monkeys in the zoo kind of thing. They're gonna just have them in zoos.
but like the thing I was thinking about in terms of that is you you can't just let a person that well, I can't even say a person, because remember, when he awoke to the powers of the yellow sun,
Yeah.
he was essentially the same godlike being.
Yeah.
Like it's on a different level when it's like that because he's clearly not gonna stop, but then he has godlike powers, and it's like you can't. There's no truce with that.
Yeah. No, he gonna come back. Give him
So
time. He was
the
just healed
only
that
thing
yellow sun.
is, the only thing is that had they done the work to make it feasible to put him back into the negative zone, that would have been a better way to do it.
Yeah.
I feel because that's as we had in Superman 2. That's what happened when the three came back. Of course,
Yeah.
you're not gonna have the very very stupid and silly him pulling his logo off his chest and then they just get trapped inside. No, that's not gonna happen.
I still
But
find that funny from Family Guy. He just do it like, what was
he
that?
just thought it's so stupid. It's so dumb.
Like, what was
But
that? I don't know. Do it again.
do it again. But I'm saying, but like they didn't put any work into them finding a way to realistically put them back into that negative zone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it
So
makes sense. Like I was just saying because a lot of people have a back and forth with that, and
would that be the preferred way? I would have wanted it. No, I would have
no,
preferred them put them back in the negative zone. Like
yeah,
don't kill the character of General Zod. You can
yeah,
do something else with that.
and you actually see what they do with him down the road, which he lines up being another
Yeah,
character down the road. But
yeah, that's true.
um,
That's true.
but yeah, where you rate Man of Steel?
I think this is gonna go in the 3.5.
Okay. Your 3.5s are 300, Punisher Warzone, History of Violence, American Splendor, Cowboys Aliens, Thor, Constantine, Chronicles, Jonah Hex, Iron Man 3, Surrogates, Ghost World, and Josie and the Pussycats.
I would say put this above Iron Man 3.
Okay. Man of Steel 3 5, and this your number 44.
At least he didn't fight heavy lifting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They gave us some Superman action.
yeah, they did. I was happy with that. All right.
She started. She got her powers. That was cool. So
Yeah. I'm going 375, and I put it under on my 27th movie. Next movie of our long list of superhero comic book theater is The Lone Ranger.
oh boy.
Yeah, it's one of those weeks.
Ugh.
uh, this is why. This is the times that we question this damn list. These are the times. But yeah, Lone Ranger. It should be on Disney Plus. Um, then we got R.I.P.D. Red 2, The Wolverine, Snowpiercer, Two Guns, Kick-Ass 2, and Door to the Dark World will be wrapping up 2023. 2024, we have I Frankenstein, RoboCop, Captain America, Winter Soldier, Amazing Spider-Man 2, X-Men: Days of Future Past, Edge of Tomorrow, Guardians of the Galaxy, Turtles, Ninja Turtles, Michael Bay, Sin City 2, and Hercules with The Rock.
Oh yeah, I forgot that even came out.
Yeah,
Holy
it's
shit.
on the list. So yeah, those are our movies coming up. So yes, Lone Ranger next movie. I heard this was really bad too. I don't think I watched it. It's just Johnny Depp.
And Army Hammer, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep. All right, wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another It Gets Better I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclone 8. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we got a WordPress. So check it out.
Yep.
Where you at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitch, and TikTok, or Merc the Mike. Also, follow, shout outs to Tenacious T, Sriracha Jeremy, and Straw Hat Tyler. They have a podcast called Popcorny. Check it out on Spotify. Also, check out Straw Hat Tyler. He's also on Twitch, streaming Spider Man 2. Give him some love. Also, play Spider Man 2. That's all I gotta say.
Yes, sir.
What are you waiting for? It's a good game.
Do it.
Peace out.